Hello, my name is Jay Lyons.
Hi Jay, I'm Juliana Groot. Pleasure to be here.
So I just have a few questions for you about teaching here at Seminole State. So my first question is, are you a lawyer?
Yes, I graduated from law school in 2007 and have been licensed to practice law in the state of Florida ever since, about 15 years now.
Very nice. Where did you go for law school?
I went to Florida State University.
Florida State, that's a good school. What kind of law do you practice, or have you practiced?
Well, right now I only practice part-time. When I was practicing full-time, it was primarily civil litigation, mostly in federal court, but a lot of state court as well, and handling mostly representation of cities. And there are some private client litigation matters that I'll assist with as well.
Very nice. What law firm do you work with?
It's a very old law firm. I think it's one of Florida's, and certainly Central Florida's oldest law firms, Stenstrom, McIntosh, Colbert, and Wiggum. It's now located in Heathrow, the office.
Very nice. How long did it take for you to complete your degree?
Altogether, I would say about 7 years.
Was it difficult to pursue this as a career with like the bar exam and the years of schooling?
Law school is intense. It is difficult, I'm not going to lie. I don't think it's as scary as everyone makes it out to be. The bar exam was hard. It is a 2-day exam, 6 hours each day, and it takes a lot of preparation. You pretty much have to make that your full-time job for a couple of months, and so that is hard. It's difficult, but if you put, I think it's something that if you put your mind to it, you can handle it. It's not rocket science.
And if you don't mind me asking, how many times did it take for you to pass the bar?
Oh, that's just once. So the bar exam is actually 2 parts: the multi-state and then the Florida portion. And so you can actually pass one and fail the other, and have to just retake one part of it. But I passed both on my first try. With nice. with a pretty high score, I must say.
That's always good. Yeah. What made you want to become a lawyer?
I think the main reason I decided to go into the legal field and become a lawyer is to follow my dad's footsteps. My dad is a lawyer. He still is, and in fact, we now work on a few cases together, which is kind of fun. So that was the main reason, and I guess the other reason was my skill sets, what I was good at, were those type of skills that lawyers need to be good at generally, things like reading, writing, analytical reasoning. So it just felt kind of natural to go into that field.
So what made you decide to start teaching law?
That was an instance of pure happenstance. I was working as a very busy litigator in Jacksonville, and my dad called me, and he's done some legal work for the school over the years, and he said the school is without counsel right now. The person they hired backed out last minute, so now they're not going to have a lawyer for at least another 4 months. Mm-hmm. And asked if I wanted to come if I was interested in filling in as the college's lawyer for 4 months while they looked for a new general counsel. That was just such an interesting opportunity that I couldn't pass it up. Mm-hmm. So I came down here and did that. After the new general counsel was hired, the college asked if I would be interested in applying for the program manager position of the legal studies program. So I did, got the job, and began doing that January 2016, mm-hmm. and teaching and managing the program full-time. It's funny, the word happenstance. In law school, my favorite law school professor had us write an essay on what the word happiness meant to us. And after we all turned in our essays, and he then revealed the similarity between the word happiness and happenstance, which I always thought was really cool. Sometimes the things that bring you the most happiness are those that are just in the moment and kind of you just allow to happen naturally.
Right, spontaneous.
Mm-hmm.
So do you plan on continuing teaching at Seminole State?
Yes, I'd like to. I enjoy it, and I really enjoy working with the students and the other faculty members. We have a really great team in our department who I really enjoy. They're all just really good people. and I love the students. Again, going back to that happenstance happiness connection, it really has. I've found that I'm very happy teaching, and even though I never had any designs or intentions to leave a full-time practice of law, I found that I really enjoy teaching even more than I did enjoy practicing law.
Nice. And what do you hope your students to excel at in your class?
Well, professionalism is a huge part of the legal profession, and building those skills of professionalism is really important. And I try to instill in my students how to deal with what can be a very stressful profession, and develop healthy habits for dealing with that stress, so that they don't become overwhelmed.
What advice would you have for those studying law?
I would certainly recommend, if you're planning on going to law school, you need to start doing things to build your law school application now while you're an undergrad, because the law school application process can be very competitive, and so you need some things on your resume that make you, or your application, that make you stand out. So things like volunteering for your county legal aid society would be a good volunteer activity to add to your application. And also, you really need to start to focus on your grades, because you are going to need a excellent GPA.
For sure.
And also start building those skills that you'll need, like writing, reading, analysis, communication skills, being able to professionally communicate with others on the telephone, over remote things like Zoom, over the computer, and in person. And of course, importantly, in email communications. And then lastly, don't get into trouble. Keep a clean criminal record, because when it comes time to apply for your license through the bar, even if you pass the bar exam, graduate law school, if you can't pass the character and fitness portion of the admissions process, then you're not going to be able to get your license. So try to keep a clean criminal record. Don't get into trouble.
Mm-hmm. You should also just do that in general.
Exactly. Yes.
And I believe that concludes our interview.
Oh.
We'd like to thank you for your time. It was a very informative interview.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Mm-hmm.